Well, welcome back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, and I'm with my, what did you guys call it?
Co-hostesses.
Yes.
Co-hostesses. They just make, they're fun, no fun. Taylor and Charlene have changed my show co.
That's right.
name. You know.
I think when it's just one, it can be show co.
Okay. That doesn't sound very, I like my show co's.
All right.
So we've really had, kind of an empowering morning so far. And who's our next guest now?
Our next guest is Dr. Kevin Gurina, and Kevin is a certified chiropractor, and he is also a natural energy healer. Welcome to Morning Coffee.
Thank you very much.
Doc, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about chiropractor. I think everybody thinks of I guess
Bone cracking.
Bone cracking and stuff like that.
Neck pain, back pain, headaches.
Yeah.
And it absolutely, chiropractic absolutely helps with those concerns. Chiropractic, in my point of view, is helping the body have the most potential that it can have. Expressing life. We were talking earlier about you had an adjustment from another chiropractor, and you could hardly sleep because of the energy.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it was good.
And it was good
Oh,
because
good energy.
his body had so much energy because it was blocked before. Essentially, the forces of life were not being expressed, and so the chiropractor adjusted him, opened up the flow of the energy within his body. And then his body had so much extra that he didn't know what to do with it, essentially.
So I was actually right around, I had my fourth kid, by the way.
Wow.
No,
So you needed that energy.
I needed the energy.
So, chiropractic care is not necessarily the cracking of your spine. Most people think that that's what it is, but it's a whole lot more than that.
Right, absolutely. In traditional chiropractic, there's a hands-on pressure, and there's that noise, that cracking noise.
Right.
Essentially, that's gases, like opening
They're
a soda.
trapped.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Just it's creating a vacuum. It's like suction.
So it's like when you crack your knuckles.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a whole other side of chiropractic most people are unaware of, and I guess I would call that tonal. Kind of like a guitar string, you're tuning two ends of a nerve. You're aligning those nerves to communicate more readily.
Okay.
And that results in the body healing itself. The body has natural healing ability anyway. Chiropractors essentially turn that on at a higher and higher degree.
Now, I have a question for you, Doc, because Charlene just mentioned knuckle cracking. Is this a myth or is it true? You shouldn't crack your knuckles as much. And
That leads to like arthritis.
right, arthritis and stuff like that.
Right.
Is that true? I mean, or is it?
Well, I say yes and no.
Okay.
Okay. If someone's going to crack their knuckles, they're going to bend and do that.
Right.
That's a lot of grinding in there.
Okay.
I do it. I've
That's
done it
that,
my whole
like bone
life.
on bone,
yeah.
right?
It feels that way.
Yeah.
If I do it for myself, I pull
Okay.
a long
Gotcha.
way. So there's no grinding of that. The reason there's the need to feel the crack is the muscles in the hand that open and close attach here in the forearm. And when they get tight from texting or writing or driving, traffic, those muscles get tight and it pulls everything closer and closer and closer. It feels like it's jammed up. So the body wants to get that pressure release.
Okay.
And so you pull it wide.
So that's an effective way to
It's
crack your knuckle. Well,
It's more appropriate for
I call it
You're actually
adjusting.
lengthening them, right?
where you're essentially
lengthening.
loosening the
Yeah.
connection, allowing it to be more free.
Right.
Now, in the ideal, perfect world, there's no need for that because all the tensions and pressures are balanced throughout the whole body.
Hopefully.
Ideally.
Yeah.
That's the process of where we are in society. So
Right.
much stuff coming at us. How do we help our body adapt to all that and maintain some type of function and joy and love in life?
Now, Doc, how did you get involved in chiropractic? What made you want to get out and do this?
Well, to be honest, I went to college to play football. And
Wow, that's a detour.
I know, right? But it wasn't exactly the academic back then. And what happened was I had previous injuries where I went to physical therapy.
So it was a need.
Yeah, there was a need, and I really enjoyed the idea of working with people, hands-on, not so much paperwork, which I didn't know there's a lot of paperwork. But
Right.
I ended up getting a degree in exercise and sports sciences, and part of that was to have an internship with a manual health professional. I ended up getting a job with a chiropractor, and that's when I learned about how the brain, the central nervous system, the spinal cord is really the internet of our body. It connects and coordinates and communicates with everything going on inside of us and how it perceives everything going on outside of us. And if I could add, this is exactly what the previous two guests were talking about how our body's responding, and things that we've learned over time and how it plays itself out in our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think earlier in the show, well, actually right before you came on the air, we were talking about kinesiology. You also practice kinesiology?
Well, a form of it. I'm not a
Right.
certified kinesiologist.
But you incorporate that into your practice.
Correct. There's a number of methods in which the body responds to a yes, or as a yes or a no to a stimulus. So if I press on an area, your body will have a response.
Right.
And if that area is the one that is in trouble, we'll call it, then there will be a positive response. If there's no trouble there, there'll be no response.
No response.
Right.
Wow.
And there's many methods. Pushing the arm down.
That's the one that I have.
Correct.
Do you like sugar? Does your body want sugar?
Right.
That kind
In
of
chiropractic, we do something called leg length checks.
Yes.
There's also what's called occipital dropping. You've seen other people use pendulums, or there's these finger ones. There's many methods through cultures around the world that utilize this understanding of the body.
Do you feel that there's a certain stigma behind chiropractic? Like, do you see people nervous when they come into your office and
You're afraid?
Yeah, afraid of
Yeah, absolutely. This is very common in chiropractic. People don't want their neck to break.
Oh my
don't
gosh.
touch my neck.
Oh.
All these potential fears, and rightfully so. It's a very intimate relationship, you and your chiropractor, and there's trust that needs to be there. And any client that comes in, I always ask them these type of questions. But nonetheless, when you're going to a chiropractor, express your concerns. Let them help you answer those questions.
Right.
And if they're not satisfactory to you, move on. Build that trust, build that relationship with your chiropractor, whether it's me, whether it's somebody else. Get your adjustment. It's like brushing your teeth for your body, for your nervous system.
I've always felt that it's good to have a maintenance program with your chiropractor. I mean, of course, you're going to go if you're having an issue, and you may go, 1, 2, 3 times a week till you get back in balance. But after that, it's good to maybe go, would you say once a month? Or?
Well, it can be. It's a nice rhythm. And when you talk about once, twice, or 3 times a week, that's a very physical level of chiropractic.
Well, I think that's if you have an issue.
Well,
or
there's an
something
issue. You want to
happens.
I will call it remold your body to a better posture so it's more balanced. That is that 3 times a week scenario. And there's very well documented and great results when it's built for that posture change. But when we're in that place of better health and better balance, that once a month, once every 3 weeks, once every 5 weeks even, depending on your level of your body's ability to handle your stresses in your life.
And your activities.
Too,
Right?
Well, I could be a construction worker or I could be an office worker. Both have different stresses in life, but you're doing it every day, all the time.
Right.
It's that thing that gets stuck in your life. Like you're always clicking the mouse.
Right.
You're always texting the cell phone.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
Here, we have an attractive orange and a distinguished apple. The two similar, but opposites. Theory, a wingman is needed, or perhaps a wing lemon. A friend to the orange and an acquaintance to the apple, the lemon brings the two opposites together. See, with a little fresh thinking, the universe can be surprisingly smooth.
When we make Beyond Natural dry dog and cat foods, we start with real meat as the first ingredient. We leave out corn, wheat, and soy. And we own where our dry food is made. 100%. Can other brands say all that? For nutrition you can trust and your pet will enjoy. Does your food go beyond? Learn more at purinabeyond.com.
Fitzpatrick's. Deli dine for breakfast and lunch. And at night, gourmet dine for dinner with entrees and specialty sandwiches including certified black Angus cuts of beef and wild-caught seafood, plus catering options for specialty events. Since 1989, Fitzpatrick's, your hometown place with upscale tastes.
Apple Ridge is about freedom. Apple Ridge is about community. Apple Ridge is about home. Apple Ridge, everything you want, more than you expect. Welcome to your new neighborhood, Apple Ridge Senior Living. Enjoy a maintenance-free, affordable luxury lifestyle today. Visit appleridgeseniorliving.com and find out more about the Appleridge experience.
I am Jim Turpin, host of Your Best 50. Please join me every Thursday at 3:30 where we'll cover topics that are important to the baby boom generation and their kids. And let us help you make this your best 50.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Gurina, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Hi, you're back on Morning Coffee. I'm Taylor, and I'm here with Charlene and Keith, and we're talking to Dr. Kevin Gurina about chiropractic and energy healing.
Yes.
So, like, one of the questions we were talking about after break was, what are some of the things that people come to you for, Doc?
Well, you know, like many people who visit chiropractors, of course, it's about pain. Whether it's back pain, neck pain, headaches, but everything under the sun, from numbness in your fingers or your toes, headaches, eye issues, mouth, nose, any organ issue inside the body can be addressed, can be assisted to be helped by utilizing chiropractic.
And also congestion. I didn't know that, but
my
my chiropractor used to adjust me on my left side in my back. There's a pressure area
All kinds of connections.
that connects to the sinuses. So I used to get my sinuses done.
Yeah, so when your body's in alignment and balanced and is able to move and adapt, well, then your body can allow its healing process to go. So it clears the congestion, helps get rid of the bacteria, viruses, and all that stuff.
Cleans
Very
everything
cool.
out. I noticed that on your business card you also mentioned that you do quantum healing.
Yes.
That's very interesting. What exactly is quantum healing?
Well, quantum healing is, I believe there is a specific technique that uses the term quantum healing, but I use it as an umbrella because of a number of techniques I've studied that apply to the same thinking. Quantum refers to physics. There's this Newtonian physics, meaning we have, there's something over here, there's atoms, there's molecules, there's a couch, there's a wall, there's things. But then there's this other level of understanding we're starting to identify, is this non-physical. Scientists can look at the universe and there's 97% of emptiness, and we still don't know what that is.
Right.
And you look at the microscope of the body, and that's the same thing. The cell, the atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, there's more empty space than actual matter. So quantum deals with this, these ideas of non-physical, the emotions, the feelings, the intuitions of life. And we can play with visualization. So quantum many times has someone thinking of a word and then using points on the body, like acupuncture, acupressure would. Things along the idea of something, there's reconnective healing and matrix energetics healing.
Right.
And these techniques feel for, it's almost like heat or coolness or even like a fuzzy electricity that can be felt on
Like
or
a chi
around
force?
the
Like
body.
the chi force?
Call it chi, the energy that flows in and around us. I came into all this energy work through a scientific point of view because I didn't want to believe it. I need to see the proof. And what we're seeing now over the last, I'll say 5, 10, maybe 15 years, even longer than that, is new technology, new measurement, new instruments to measure electromagnetics around the body and all these other forces.
So it's not magic anymore.
It's not magic. It's not.
Right.
It was never magic. It was
Well,
always.
It was
just
always
there.
kind of magic to me because you
Right.
can't really quantify it.
Right, but it's like radio back in the 30s or 40s.
Right. How does that
How
happen?
could you send something without a wire?
Well, it's like email now.
Right.
Or a text. How does that happen?
All this stuff we
Yeah.
can't see physically, but
Right.
there's something there. And now we're able to measure at deeper and deeper levels. So you can take images of individuals and see this energy flow around them, like a magnet that sticks to a refrigerator.
Right.
The thing about a human being, though, is each zone has connected what we'll call consciousness or patterns of thinking. Heart, of course, love.
Right.
All right. And here we have communication.
So we're going
here,
through the chakras
perception.
now.
Yeah, this is
Right.
chakra talk. Okay. Now, chakra is a word that comes from the East, like India. And so we just have different lexicon here, different groups of words that describe very, very similar things.
Right.
And this has been my study over the last 10, even maybe longer than that, 10 years, is looking at these techniques from cultures around the world, and it's going, wait a minute, they're exactly the same but different layers. So you have the nerves on the deep inside. Then you have these acupuncture lines on the outside. And you have these energy points, yeah, the meridians, and the energy points, and they're all correlating at different levels of who we are. Like those Russian nestling dolls that fit inside. Yeah.
Right.
Very interesting. So now
I want to pop in here with just a little experience that I had when I was back down in Charleston a couple of months ago. I was at this wonderful place called the Healing Oasis, and she had a program that actually, a computer program, I won't say what it is, but measured the chakras and diagnosed them. And so she just did a quick mini reading or diagnosis on me, and I got to see my whole body on the screen and all of the chakras, but my throat chakra was extended so far out it was off of the screen. Everything else was in alignment but my throat. And she said, "What's going on with your throat?" She said, "You're not sick or anything." And she didn't know me. And I said, "No, I'm a talk show host." She said, "Communication, there you go." So there definitely is something to that. Absolutely. You would love it.
I thought you were going to bring in like something about me, you know.
Oh, did I yell at you a lot on the air?
Yeah, I yell at my work husband.
But she's very expressive through the communication, right?
Yeah.
So
it was very interesting.
It is a wild study, and I'm continually blown away. You know, I oftentimes will step into a technique seminar or even looking at a technology and kind of just going in with faith. What do you have? Show me. Let me see it work. Let me experience it. Then make my opinion. And that, thankfully, has led me in wonderful directions that have completely changed the way I think about the body, about life in general, and my own personal experiences growing up. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
For independent living for seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
Looking for a cooking oil with a light flavor and reduced absorption so food preserves its natural flavor? One with a high smoke point for stir-frying, sautéing, grilling, and baking? Then choose all-natural Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil, imported from France. Grapes have been a key ingredient of the healthy Mediterranean diet for years. Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is the chef's choice for high-heat cooking, grilling, stir-frying, sautéing, or even deep frying. And Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is great for baking too, because its delicate taste does not overwhelm the flavor of cakes, cookies, and other favorite recipes. A key traditional ingredient of the Mediterranean, grapeseed oil is a rich source of vitamin E antioxidant and naturally gluten-free. Buy imported Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil today and find great recipes at Pompeian.com.
Wait, don't let this happen to you. At Jan Fence, we're family owned and operated for over 50 years, providing a wide choice of fencing. Why wait online at the big box store? Just call Jan Fence. Ask about our Easy Fence to Go products by Active Yards, the first truly do-it-yourself fence product.
At Jan Fence, we always do what we say. Come see us today.
Step into an extraordinary world that will excite your senses. Experience our delectable Mughlai cuisine and the magic of tandoori savoir-faire. Let our international award-winning team delight you with a taste of heaven. Enjoy our mouth-watering flavors and our unique flair for excellence. Savor the elegance of fine dining and catering. Shazam Restaurant. Indulge your taste buds.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Milan, host of Read All About It. I interview authors of all kinds about their journeys of writing and the struggles that they faced. You can watch my show at 12 p.m. on Wednesdays. Tune in to Radio Vision Networks. We hope to see you then.
And we're back. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with I don't care what you guys say. These are my show co-hosts. We have Taylor and Charlene. And Char, our guest for today, was
Kevin
Dr.
Gurina.
Very good.
And he's a chiropractor.
Yeah, and Doc, you know what? I know we were covering a lot of stuff this morning on our segment here, but I wanted to jump back just a little bit with chiropractor because I think that, I think people think of the traditional chiropractor where you're actually adjusting people, not cracking bones. I like to use adjusting. But what are some of the other types of chiropractor methods, we'll say?
Okay, well, simply put, there's over 200 techniques within chiropractic.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Right, and there's different methodologies of releasing tension in the spine and around structures that support the spine. So, but I'll categorize it in basically two camps right now, or potentially three. There is what we'll call mechanical chiropractic, which they focus on the spine and the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, all that around the spine. And you call that straight chiropractic, spine only. Okay. Then you get other styles of chiropractic, which involve the arms, and legs, and fingers, and hands, and toes. And they also do a lot of rehab and different therapies like stim and ultrasound. And then you get a subset of chiropractic, which is called tonal, where the patients are lying down or standing or sitting, but it's very gentle and it can be positional based. So a client can turn their head one way while I'm touching key points that relate to something being stuck, and that's called tonal, more nervous system based. And then there's a methodology of chiropractic that uses instrumentation, machines, computer analysis, all these other tools to analyze different temperatures along the spine and tightnesses of the muscles next to the spine. And based on these results, the computer can go, well, these areas are the ones to address. Some techniques people stay away from as far as doctors, some move towards them because of their own personal philosophy. Chiropractic is a science, an art, and a philosophy. And the science is phenomenal. And it's very much underplayed right now. There's not a lot of science out there that people can tap into that is easy to understand for the common public. So there's a lot of miscommunication of what chiropractic can do. But these techniques are helpful for everyone. But sometimes a different person is ready for one technique, and as they progress through the physical stuff, now they're ready for more of the tonal stuff.
Right.
So just like you would grow in the gym, I went to the gym and I started bodybuilding or whatever, I would eventually get to a point where I needed to change the routine or do something different or add more to it. And essentially that's how I see chiropractic. When there's a lot of injury, there's a lot of physical stuff, there's more the mechanical. When you get into the mind connection, there's a lot more of the tonal. And things like Catherine was talking about, the self-talk and the consciousness, that all plays a role as well.
I think society's changing too, how we condition our bodies. I think massage therapy, chiropractor, acupuncture, those types of things are Reiki, yoga. I think those are the things that people are looking to condition your body.
Well, absolutely.
Besides exercise.
Well, what's happened is people have recognized that stress is happening to us all the time. It's job, it's work, it's life, it's money, it's everything. And the body holds it. Well, how are we letting it go?
Yes.
And so all these things with yoga and massage and chiropractic and all these therapies help the body in releasing the stresses and allowing it to adapt to maintain that balance, that homeostasis.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Doc, I enjoyed having you come on to this segment. Why don't you tell the listeners out there and viewers where they could find you?
Right. Well, I am in multiple locations. I imagine a therapist working as a specialist in multiple locations.
Doctor
here.
on call.
Yeah. He is.
In Medford and soon to be Marlton and soon close to the Collingswood area. And I also do, depending on drive time, concierge chiropractic, where I travel to locations and take care of families at their home.
Let me say that, to pop in here for that, that is a really amazing thing because, I'd say about 4 years ago, my husband had injured his back. He was on the floor for 3 days. I couldn't even get him up to get him into a car to take him to our chiropractor.
Yeah.
I was stuck and he was stuck. It was pretty awful. But to have someone like you available that could actually come to the house and work on someone.
It can make a bad situation much better.
And that'd be great for the elderly that can't get out as well.
It is helpful. And what allows me to do, what I've noticed for my personal chiropractic practice is I like time. 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. We can really get deep. We can really do a lot of work, not just on the spine, but in the mind, on the muscles, all these different areas. And someone's in a bad injury, time is required for that healing process. It's such, you know, laying on the back on the ground for 3 days, you gotta be very gentle.
After your wife hit you, so
yeah, you know.
No, that's not what happened.
Okay. Be careful, you gotta hear me.
That's right.
So, but my website is my name, Dr. Kevin Gurina. That's Gurina .wordpress.com. Very simple.
Okay. All right, Doc. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the show. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back with our next guest.
Thank you. It was great.
In a world where bankers have lost all interest, where robots and fat cats rule our fortunes, one woman will stand up and strive to do the impossible. Be treated like a person. Friends and neighbors will join her quest. Ordinary people will band together against the forces of corporate greed. And together they will form Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, already in a neighborhood near you.
Imagine the finest hand-selected USDA prime steak you'll ever have. The freshest line-caught